Happy Tuesday and happy So What Day to you. Let me know where you're watching from. If this is the first time that you're watching So What, also let me know. Welcome. I can't wait to show you all of the things I have been working on and sewing lately. You know, we are in the throes of Halloween sewing, so I have a really fun Halloween project to share with you today. But I also have some other really fun things to share with you. We are proud to present another sulky sewing session with Designs by Juju. I know, I am so excited about it, and I'm here to tell you all about it for the first time. Actually, if you subscribe to the Sulky newsletter, then you probably heard about it on Friday, because that's when our newsletter went out, and I kind of spilled the beans a little bit and shared this exciting project that we are going to be working on starting in October. So this is our ultimate phone case embroidery session. This is brought to you by Sulky and Designs by Juju. So in this on-demand self-guided session, you're going to be learning how to make one of these really cool ultimate phone cases. Why is it ultimate? Because we're making the whole thing in the hoop of our embroidery machine. And I will say this is a design that Designs by Juju has had on their site, but we kind of ramped it up and modified it a little bit for this session to kind of bring it a little more current, offer you the largest size available for the current phone models. So as you know, phones are just getting bigger and bigger these days, and we want to make sure that your phone case fits if you have one of those new larger phones. So in this session, you will get, I think it's like 7 different sizes of phone cases so that your phone is sure to fit. As I mentioned, the whole thing's done in the hoop of your embroidery machine. Also, we added some strap options to the ultimate phone case. So when this project first debuted with Designs by Juju, this is what it looked like. It was a little phone case done in the hoop. It's got a zipper opening on one side, so you can fit your cards, your keys, a little bit of cash, what have you. And then this handy little snap closure, and your phone fits perfectly inside. So where's my phone? All right. I have a 14 Pro Max iPhone, and as you'll see, mine fits just inside of here, really no room for anything else. So it's perfectly sized for my phone. And then, of course, we have our little zipper pocket so you can hold some other things in there as well. So you will learn how to make this version, which has no strap or anything on it. So if you just want a pouch for your phone and you want to throw it in a larger tote bag or something like this, that's perfect for you. So this is kind of the basic phone case. Then we kind of kicked it up a notch and wanted to add some trendy cork fabric to the design. So it kind of takes it to another level a little bit. So this is the wristlet strap version. You can add a little strap to it, grab your phone, go off on the town, go take your dogs for a walk, have everything that you have everything that you need at hand. So this is the wristlet strap version, but it's made with cork fabric. So a little fancier, a little nicer, right? There's also full video instruction for how to personalize your flap with a bit of machine embroidery. So you'll notice the case has quilting on all of the pieces, everything done in the hoop. If you want to personalize your flap with a little monogram or a small embroidery motif, the instructions for doing that are also in video and written form in the session. So you can also add a little personal touch that way. Another version is the crossbody strap. Okay, you've probably seen these cases all over the place. Like, for example, I have one. It's called a bandolier. My phone fits in this little case, right? And then I can strap on a crossbody strap when I want to take it with me. This was really great for me because I was always setting my phone down and walking away. So now it's connected to me when I go out, or if I'm at a trade show or something like this, I don't end up leaving my phone behind. However, when you get a new phone, you need a new one of these because they don't fit all sizes. They're not universal. It only fits this particular phone that you have. So, and these are really expensive. This is like $120 for this phone case. Ridiculous. So now we can have all the files for small phones up to extra large phones. And we can just make a new one using fabrics, needle, and thread, and personalizing it for the kind of strap we want, or no strap. You get the picture. So for just those files, rather than buying these expensive, phone cases and things like that, we can make it a lot more personal and use the fabrics that we love. So this is the crossbody version, and it's got an adjustable cork fabric strap. So I can just move this and wear it where it's comfortable for me. I can also remove this completely and stick this in a larger tote or have it alone. Okay, so this crossbody strap is probably my favorite just because that's where I like to, carry things and carry bags and stuff like that. But I hate carrying around a super big tote. If I'm just running to the grocery store or something, need my phone, need my wallet and keys, or some cash and my ID, this is perfect for those times. So with the session, you will get the full tutorial in video and written form for creating the ultimate phone case. You will get the instructions and video for how to create the crossbody strap, the wristlet strap, and finishing it without a strap, as well as bonus tutorial for adding your own embroidery, monogram, or motif. And it doesn't end there. Where's my cute little key fob? There is a bonus tutorial for creating a cork key fob. What did I do with the cork key fob? This drives me nuts. Where is it? It's so cute. I don't know what I did with it. My goodness. Let me pull it up here. You could see it in this picture. Let me make it larger. You see this oval shaped cork key fob here? It has this really great ring on it. So you can put it on your crossbody tote. You can take it off. Oh, I found it. You can take it off and put it on a backpack or piece of luggage, something like this. Not only are you going to learn how to create that cork key fob in the hoop of your embroidery machine, but we're also going to talk about how to merge a design and put it on there. You can use a letter, a small monogram, a cute little motif, something to personalize it. It just snaps around this little key ring. Actually, I think it's called an O-ring. You can put your keys on there. You can easily add this to your crossbody strap and have your phone case be super personalized. So I love how it all goes together. We got our cork accents and our cork strap and our little cork key fob. And all of this is included with purchase of the session. So you will get 7 embroidery files for the case itself to include all those different sizes. Then you will get the key fob files as well. You will get, I believe there's 10 videos that go with this session to guide you through making all of these, all the different versions. And there's lots of lessons to go through. It's a really, really thoughtfully prepared session, and you'll be able to make these awesome ultimate phone cases. Now, I want to explain the kits that are available for this session because there are 2 different colorways, but out of these 2 colorways, you can make 4 ultimate phone case versions, not to mention all the strap variations. So really, I mean, there are so many different possibilities. So the turquoise colorway, notice how there's 2 different fabrics. One's the exterior and one is the lining. We included enough of both of those fabrics so you can choose either fabric for the exterior of your phone case. So this is one version. You can choose this really pretty print, or you can choose this print. And then you will use whichever other one you have for the lining. So you can swap them and create either one of these with the turquoise colorway. All right, and yes, you will get all of the cork fabric that you need to create either strap and the key fob. Also, the turquoise colorway comes with this rose gold hardware, really pretty, really goes well with the pink accents and the pink motifs in this fabric. You get the zipper, you get the snaps, you get all the stabilizers you need, the cork, everything. For the red colorway, you have your choice of this fabric for the exterior or this fabric for the exterior. So you can make either one of these, and then again, you would use the other fabric for the interior. Get it? Pretty great. I love having all those options. And, you know, if you want a little bit more color, a little bit more floral accent, you'll go with this one. If you want it to be a little bit more understated, you can go with this one. You'll get matching threads, so 2 thread spools in each kit. You can choose either thread spool depending on if you want your thread to match or contrast. And I'll give you tips throughout the session for using those different colors as well. On your key fob, you can choose one of the colors for the outline stitching and the opposite color for the inside of the key fob embellishment. So many different options to really make this your own, mix and match, choose your own adventure for your strap variation, and I think you will love this project. You'll make one for yourself, you'll make one for all of your friends. It's really great. The kit is at an amazing deal. It's only $39.99 for this kit. What? I know. What is happening? I mean, you cannot buy all of these items for $39.99. Plus, you'd have to go hunting for all the little hardware bits that you need, the zipper, the cork fabric, everything. So, and it's really nice when, you know, sometimes these places have minimum orders on cork fabric and things like that. And as we know, cork fabric isn't cheap, right? So we're providing just what you need to create the strap of your choice and your cork key fob. You're going to have a little bit left over, actually. You might even be able to get 2 key fobs out of it, especially if you do the wristlet strap. You'll have enough to probably create 2 key fobs. It really depends on how you cut it and things like that. But we want to give you a little extra just in case you make a mistake, because as we know, cork fabric is not very forgiving, right? Needle holes are permanent in cork fabric. So you will have a little bit extra there, but you won't have all of this random yardage, you know, to deal with. It's just what you need in this kit. 2 types of stabilizer. The Tear Easy is for that key fob. The Soft and Sheer is for the ultimate phone case. This project is done in 3 hoopings, and then your key fob is the 4th hooping. That's a separate project. So it's really fun watching it come together, and you'll have 10 videos guiding your way with Q&A blocks on every single page so you can talk to us directly. We can get you the answers that you need while you're working your way through this project, and it's all on demand. You're in the driver's seat, so you can choose which videos to watch when, and you have access to this session for all time. As long as you have your account there at sewingonline.sulky.com, you will be able to revisit this, grab up your files if you happen to lose them. in a year from now, you decide you want to make an ultimate phone case for all the teachers at your kid's school or something like that, you can go and grab those files again if you need to. So this is, I don't know, I hesitate to say it's my favorite project right now, but it's my favorite project right now. That could change tomorrow, right? All right. I always, I like to love what I'm working on every single day. So, but I really, really think you guys are going to love how this comes together. And I want to note that this is a cam snap that we're using for the key fob and for the ultimate phone case. So if you don't have a cam snap setter, we also have those available at sulky.com because you will need that particular snap setter in order to set these snaps. But I think that you will find it's completely worth it, because if you've ever done snaps in the past where you got to get a hammer and a block of wood and you're doing this, that, and the other thing, it becomes a little difficult. Now, I have arthritis in my thumbs. I know I talk about this all the time. I try not to be a complainer, but it is what it is. And my hands are just not what they used to be. I think it's all that motion with the scissors and all the things that I do on a daily basis. This is a different type of snap setter. This is not a cam snap setter. Now, if you have one of these, I mean, you could probably try setting a cam snap this way. I don't think it's going to work. You really, really need that cam snap setter. I'm going to show you what it looks like so you know. But it is so easy to use. I mean, your snap is set like this. Boop. And it's done. You don't have to sit there and really get into it. It really does not require a lot of heft, a lot of arm strength, a lot of hand strength. It's so easy. It's literally just a gentle squeeze and your snap is set. So you'll do this for the female side, the male side, and then all of a sudden you have a great snap closure on your ultimate phone case and on that key fob. So if you're going to need that cam snap setter when you purchase up that kit, make sure you grab one of those too at sulky.com. All right, so this session is activating, which means all the videos and all of the content will drop on October 15th. But we encourage you to register early, grab up your kit early so that when all the videos are available and everything's available to watch, you are ready to go and you don't have to wait any longer. So reserve your spot today. I put the link to register in the description of today's post. It's all the way at the bottom though, so you'll need to click on that little see more button, or it might just say more depending on what platform you're watching me today. Click on that. The whole description will pop out. You'll see links for everything I'm talking about today. Go all the way to the bottom and you'll find a link to register for the ultimate phone case. And I did do a few things a little bit different this time around. You know, we really like to take the feedback that we get from you all on our education site and with all of our products, quite frankly, and tweak things here and there to try and make them better for you, try to give you the best experience possible. So I really try every time that we do a new session like this, where these are our longer format educational opportunities with lots of on-demand videos and ancillary products and really a lot of goodies for you all. It's a great value for what you are, what you're purchasing. I really like to incorporate these ideas and suggestions from everyone. So I really, really brought it home, I think, with this session, and I hope that you all will think so too. There's an entire video tutorial to actually guide you through just navigating the session. So as soon as you register, on the confirmation page, you'll see this video where I'm taking you through how to start the sessions. If you've never done one before, or maybe you've done one in the past and it's still a little bit confusing to you, because there's so many interactive things on the page and different ways of going about it. So depending on where you click and where you start, it's a different experience for you. So I take you through, here's what the page looks like when you log into your account. Here's where to find all the things that you need. Here's some different ways of navigating through the content so you can watch that little video, and then when everything is ready on the 15th, hopefully you'll have a better understanding of how to go about getting all of your content, watching all of the videos, and all of that. So please join us for this session. Susie says I got the kit and signed up for the session. All right. So let me know what colorway you got. I'm curious to know because I would have a really hard time choosing between the red and the turquoise, just because those two colors are like some of my favorites. Oh, I also wanted to mention with the red colorway, your hardware is going to be this antique color. Isn't that nice? I think it really goes with kind of the vibe of the red fabric. So that one comes with antique hardware. And then, as I mentioned, the turquoise one comes with this pretty rose gold hardware. So lots of differences between the two, but at the end of the day, you're making the same thing. But no two will be alike, I'm sure. Everyone's going to decide, what type of phone case, how and where they like to carry their phone and, their essentials. And that's really going to determine the one that you make. Now, on another note, I really thought this might be weird to say, but whatever. I really thought this one without the strap, I mean, you could add the strap to it as well, but is really great for other items like, let's say, personal hygiene items. It is the perfect size for carrying these in your tote or your backpack. It's a great way to carry those items in a pretty fashion, okay? So you've got, all of this room in here, as well as your zipper pocket. I just thought it really can do double, triple, quadruple duty. You don't have to just carry your phone in here. So it's a really great in the hoop pouch, bag, zipper. You get the idea. So think outside the box. You don't have to make it just for your purse just for your phone. Lots of different, things you can put inside. I just thought it was the perfect size for that type of stuff. Also, makeup brushes, all kinds of things. And even if you have a flip phone that's really small, there's a very small size. I mean, I think it goes up to about here for the smaller phone sizes. So I think you will really enjoy making this. All right. Let me know if you have any questions about the sessions, these types of questions. All right. Oh, Susie says, bought the turquoise kit. All right. Good to know. Good to know. All right. So let's see. What else do we have to talk about before we get to our adorable little candy corn pocket pal? That's what I'm calling it, a pocket pal, because really we're making like a freestanding pocket. You can use this as a little utensil holder, which would be absolutely adorable at like a kid's table for Thanksgiving, or even just get really whimsical about it and do this for like a Halloween dinner party. Would be so cute. You can also use this to store little bits of candy. You can even put a little ornament hanger at the top of it. Maybe install a little eyelet, put a little thread loop in there, and put some candy inside. Hang these on an outdoor tree for Halloween and say, pick your favorites. Wouldn't that be so cute? Love that idea. So really, we're making a pocket pal. I call it a utensil holder in our blog post, which is where you'll find the full instructions for creating this little guy, as well as the PDF that you need that gives you the pocket pieces to cut out, your cute little face and all of that. If you want to transfer that to your candy corn pocket pals, you can, or you can leave it blank. You don't have to put a face on this little guy, but he's so cute. So we are going to go through how quick and easy it is to make these little guys. But first, I also want to mention we have a little gift from Sulky today. That's right. Every time we go live with So What, we have a great little gift from Sulky. So today, that gift is this beautiful thread palette. It's our Halloween quilting assortment. So these are 50 weight cotton threads, which are basically, I like to call them our all-purpose threads. I really hate the term all-purpose because it's just not accurate, okay? When you hear the word all-purpose or universal, I hate the term universal for needles. I just really hate it because they're not universal. You can't use those for everything. And when I think universal or all-purpose, I think let's use it for everything. And let's be honest, there's a right thread for the job and there's a right needle for the job. Now, we can mix and match threads all day long unless we're doing machine embroidery or certain techniques. So some threads are not created equal, let's be honest. However, this 50 weight cotton thread, I would equate to being most like an all-purpose thread. Was that enough of a disclaimer? I hope so. That being said, I like to use it for piecing. I like to use it for construction. It's a very, very high quality long staple thread, great for quilting and quilty projects. You can use it to construct your pocket pal, but we are actually going to use a 40 weight polyester thread for constructing our pocket pal because it's made out of sulky felty, which is a little bit, plushy or thick material. So for that reason and that reason alone, we're going to use a little bit heavier weight thread to construct it. Also, that heavier weight thread is available in neon varieties. All right. So isn't this fun, right? These neon colors really go well with the sulky felty that we're using for the pocket pal construction. Plus, I think neon thread is just super fun to use, especially for Halloween and things like that. So you can really choose between the two, but this is our giveaway today. It's a 6-pack of 50 weight cotton thread in these really great Halloween colors. It has a $16 value, and it's going to go to one lucky viewer who is watching, commenting, sharing out today's live stream, giving me those great emojis. All you have to do is engage with me here somehow, and you will be automatically eligible to win this gift from Sulky. All right, as I mentioned, we are going to use some of these neon thread colors. We're going to use the orange one, and we're going to use the yellow one. We're going to use these for like top stitch details on our cute little candy corn pocket pal, because these neon colors go so well with the felty that we're using to construct this guy. So you can see this is our rainbow felty assortment pack. You get all these great colors, and you can see that yellow and that orange color that are in this felty pack. They look a little bit on the neon side, so it goes really, really well with those neon polydeco colors. You can buy that neon thread in a 6-pack assortment, and you'll have lots of threads for a lot of different Halloween type things, and just fun sewing embellishment. You can also use it for machine embroidery since it's that 40 weight that most designs are digitized for. Or you can grab up those colors individually. So the point is we really want a thread color that coordinates with the yellow and the orange felty that we're going to use, so it kind of blends into the background, okay? Because we're really just going to use it for top stitching along those pocket pieces. You can also use it for the little cheek applique to bring in a little bit more color, or you can use a 50 weight cotton thread for your cheek applique so that it blends in with the little white felty applique pieces. So, I also wanted to share with you that this rainbow assortment pack does not have that white color that we need for our pocket pals. So we're also going to need some white felty. But let's face it, you're not going to want to just make one pocket pal. So you're really going to need a roll of white felty anyways. Okay, so don't be thinking like, oh, the white isn't in that rainbow pack. Now I have to buy a whole roll of white. Well, you're probably going to want it anyways because you're going to want to make a pocket pal for every place setting, or to give as little party favor or little candy pocket gifts or a garland or something like that. I mean, really, we can't just make one, right? So you'll need to grab up a roll of white felty as well as the assortment pack, the rainbow assortment. Now you can also grab up a roll of the yellow and a roll of the orange if you don't want to grab up the assortment pack. Then you'll have plenty for making tons of candy corn pocket pals. All right, so first things first, you're going to gather up those materials. So your roll of felty, your assortment pack. We also need some fusible web. That's right. You can fuse things to felty because it's 100% polyester. That means you can wash it. It can get wet and it's not going to, stretch out of shape or get weird like, a wool felt might shrink on you if you do that. You can also use fusible web and use felty for applique pieces. So really, really amazing, amazing felt to use for craft projects, sewing projects, applique projects, you name it. You're also going to need those 3 thread spools. So we've got our white thread, the 50 weight cotton, as well as our 2 neon thread colors. And then this is the little template that you will grab off of the Sulky blog. You can print this out and it's going to tell you how many pieces to cut and where. So out of the whole candy corn shape, you're going to cut 2 pieces from the white felty. And then out of that middle part of the candy corn, you're going to cut your orange felty, adding seam allowance. And then that bottom one is your yellow. You're also going to add some seam allowance to that piece as well. And then you've got your 2 little round white cheek applique pieces. And then as well as you've got your little face. All right. So cut out your candy corn guy. And first off, you're going to use that whole piece to cut out your white pieces. That's why we don't want to cut it apart yet because we need that whole shape for the white pieces. Okay? Then after you cut those white pieces, then you can cut apart your middle orange felty piece and your yellow felty piece. So notice how on the orange felty piece, we've added seam allowance beyond that lower edge. All right, so we're adding 1/4 inch. Honestly, you can really just eyeball this, or you can use, your clear ruler to add 1/4 inch. Just keep in mind, this is a little bit of a curved edge, so you want to follow that edge to add your seam allowance. Then for the yellow felty piece, you're going to add seam allowance beyond the upper edge of that piece, because that's where we're going to piece these 2 pieces together. Piece the 2 pieces. Sewing can get confusing. Am I right? All of these terms that are so similar. All right. So cut out these 2 pieces, adding that seam allowance. And then we're going to cut out our cheek pieces from some more of that white felty. And we need a little bit of the perfect applique fusible web for those little cheek pieces as well. So once you have fused the perfect applique to the white cheek pieces, leave that paper backing intact. And we're just going to position those on that orange middle felty piece, just so that we can transfer our eyes and mouth and use those little cheek pieces to kind of gauge where our eyes and mouth go. You can either fuse those pieces in place at this point, removing the paper backing, or you can fuse those pieces after you've added your hand stitching for your face embroidery part. Okay, so use the fabric marker of your choice to transfer, just eyeball it, your little eyes and mouth onto that orange felty piece. We're going to use Sulky 12 weight cotton thread for the hand sewing. And I apologize, it was not in the supply photo that I showed you earlier. Totally forgot that we need this thread for our hand work. So this 12 weight cotton thread is equal to 2 strands of traditional embroidery floss. So you really only need 1 strand of this to get great coverage for your satin stitched eyes and then for your little mouth. Let me see if I can blow this up a little bit, this image, so you can see. For the mouth, you can do a little stem stitch here, or you can do a little chain stitch, or you can do a running stitch or back stitch for the mouth. I like to do a little chain stitch or a stem stitch because it gives you a little bit thicker coverage there. And then for the eyes, you just want to do a satin stitch so that it fills that area really well. All right, notice how the cheeks here, we just outlined those so that we know where our cheeks need to go when we do fuse them in place. But you can fuse them before you do the handwork if you so choose. All right, once your little face is embroidered on there, you can then fuse your cheeks so that they are permanent. And for this, we just added a little bit of running stitch detail to the little cheeks, but you could also use that white 50 weight cotton and maybe blanket stitch those on there by machine. If you want them to have a little bit more of a permanent bond or a more finished look, you could certainly do it that way. But here we've just done a little running stitch using that 40 weight neon thread to kind of bring that orange into the project a little bit more. All right, so once your little cheeks are sewn on there, now we're going to sew our orange felty middle to our yellow felty bottom piece. This is why we added the seam allowances to these pieces. So again, notice that these are curved edges. You see how that yellow piece is kind of, looks 3D. It's coming at you, right? That's because this edge has a little bit of a curve to it. So just follow along that curve. You can use pins or clips to keep that in place and sew along that edge. Now, if you would like to, after you sew this, you can clip along that edge a little bit just so it lays nice and flat when you turn it to the right side. All right, very, very simple. So after you have sewn that curved edge, you want to fold that yellow edge to the right side, and using that yellow neon thread, you'll just top stitch along that seam so that your seam allowance lies nice and flat along the pocket piece. We don't want anything getting caught on our silverware or our candy, whatever we're keeping inside. So fold the seam allowance toward the yellow piece and just top stitch it down. Then to have a little bit of a finished look along the upper edge of our orange felty middle piece, you can fold that edge to the wrong side and top stitch that down using the orange neon thread. See how it's coming together so quickly. All right. Now we are going to position our pocket over that white outlined piece, right? The white piece is the whole piece of the candy corn. Position that over the top, and you're going to stitch that pocket in place. All right. So now we're going to put our second white felty piece over the top of the whole thing, and we're going to sew the perimeter, leaving a little opening for turning it right side out. I would definitely keep that opening away from the pocket piece, just so that it's nice and secure. Your pocket isn't going to go anywhere. Just makes it a little easier to close up that opening with stitches. So now we can turn our candy corn pal right side out through the opening and top stitch the whole thing to close that little opening and give it a little bit of a finishing touch. So for this, you could see that the neon yellow color was used for the top stitching to just kind of, have a little whimsical touch and add a little bit more neon detailing to the finished piece. But you could certainly use that 50 weight cotton in the white color to stitch along the top and then even switch out your thread colors for the top stitching if you so choose. All right, very cute, super simple, and your pocket pal is done. So now you can use it for your utensils at a cute little kids table, or even at the adults table for Halloween, Thanksgiving, or just to add to your fall decor. Of course, you will want to make more than one, make a full set for your table or to give away as party favors, or on Halloween. I think it's so cute to add a little grommet at the top, hang it from a tree, fill them with candy, and let the kids come and take their favorite one. That would be so adorable. Absolutely love it. All right. So, yep, comes together so quickly. And there you have it. Oh, I forgot about this project. How could I forget? All right, first off, before we get to that little guy, let me see if there are any questions about our cute little pocket pal. What a cute face on that little guy. Love it. Janie says, looks easy to make and fast. Absolutely. And you know, sometimes we need those instant gratification projects. Kind of keeps our sewing passion alive, right? When especially if we're working on something that's a little bit more complicated, sometimes we got to put that away and have some instant gratification and make something quick and easy. This would be really great to make with the kids. Actually, Susie says they are perfect for kid parties. Definitely. And if your kids are having a Halloween party at their school, it will be so cute to make these for everybody as a little party favor. And it's even great to get the kids involved in making them themselves because they are so easy to make. Or maybe have them do the face with the hand embroidery and then you sew it together by machine. It's a really great learning project since it is so easy. And they might, get on the sewing train, if you will, right? They might just be inspired to make some other things moving forward. All right. Let's see. Love the neon colors. Thank you, Sandy. All right. I think I might be caught up, but if you have questions, keep them coming because as long as you're asking questions, engaging with the post with me today, you will be automatically eligible to win today's gift from Sulky, which is our Quilting Halloween Palette. It includes 6 spools of our 50-weight cotton thread in these great Halloween-esque colors, and I know you'll love working with that thread. All right, so I did want to share with you that we have a restock alert at sulky.com. This is our Halloween Gnome cross-stitch wooden blank. It comes with this wooden blank that's laser cut so that you can create this little Halloween gnome with the jack-o'-lantern and the cat, and you can follow along with the pattern, and it makes it so much easier to work with these wooden blanks, especially if you're new to cross-stitching by hand. Absolutely love this project. This would also make a really cute ornament. You can also display it on a little easel or something like this, or even inside of a frame. And it's a really, really cute project and so fun and meditative to make. It also goes with our Halloween Gnome Petites Filaine 6-pack of thread. So you'll want to grab this up as well so that you have all the colors that are featured in this design. And this is our Filaine thread, which means it's a little bit fuzzy. It's 100% acrylic. It has a really, really great coverage to it. So when you are creating those cross stitches, the little bit of texture and fuzz that is purposeful with this thread, fill in the little blanks of the cross stitches that you're creating, and you get really, really nice coverage with your cross stitch projects. So check out our Halloween Gnome restocked for the Halloween season at sulky.com. We do have limited wooden blanks. So once they're gone for the season. You'll want to grab those up so you have enough time to create this little cute project in time for displaying for Halloween. Susie, I think we need to make this a bumper sticker. She says, so much thread, so little time. I know, I know. I getcha. And Lisa says, I used to do cross stitch years ago. I know, I really think it is coming back as a trend again, especially with these really cool wooden blanks. It's such a neat take on cross stitch. You don't have to go get the Aida cloth and, count and all of these things that can kind of get confusing. You still do need to do a little bit of counting on your wooden block, but I feel like it's just a little bit easier to handle because you're just dealing with the exact shape of your finished little Halloween gnome rather than having to deal with this whole piece of fabric. So I think you will enjoy. All right. Can you use Filaine for machine embroidery? Great question, Janet. So you can, but you do need to make sure that your design is specifically digitized for heavyweight thread. So if you've ever found those designs that say fur or brushed, or they might even just say heavy, okay? Those are the types of designs that you can use with the 12-weight Filaine thread. We also have a few collections that are specifically digitized for this thread at sulky.com. So you do want to make sure it's specifically made for that thread or that type of thread. Otherwise, you're going to be using a really thick thread for a design that's digitized for a really thin thread or a thinner thread. And what's going to happen is your stitches are going to kind of look like they overlap, or the thread might even break or get too dense for your needle to penetrate through. So that's just a disaster waiting to happen. You really want to make sure that the design is specifically digitized for that. And that means the digitizer is going to create more space between each stitch to accommodate the thickness of that thread. So you actually need less thread passes to fill a certain area when you're using a thicker thread. All right, does this make sense? Okay, so you can use it for machine embroidery, just need to be careful with the designs that you're choosing. All right, well, I hope that inspires a few Halloween makes for you. And I hope you are inspired to join us for our ultimate phone case embroidery session. This session will activate on October 15th, but we want to make sure that you have pre-registered. We want to make sure that you've grabbed up a kit if you want to buy a kit, because once they're gone, they're gone. As you know, our kits go fast, especially for these really great embroidery sessions with designs by Juju. So grab up the colorway of your choice and you'll be ready to go October 15th. You will get an email if you're registered that says, hey, the session is ready for you and you can begin today or any day that's convenient for you, because it's completely on demand and self-guided. All right. One more piece of business. I do want to make sure that you have looked at our India tour with Craft Tours. This is happening in March. So if you are interested in traveling to India with us, learning all about Indian culture and experiencing some beautiful embroideries and hands-on workshops and experiences that are top-notch and one of a kind, you definitely want to check out our India tour there on the Craft Tours site. I linked directly to the Sulky page on Craft Tours, so you can go to our tour and see what we are offering there in March. We also have an upcoming trip to Greece in May. Greece, I know. And then in the end of 2025, we will be going to Austria and Germany for the Christmas markets, as well as to the Sulky HQ, where you can see how Sulky thread is made and manufactured. That will be happening next November. So great time to plan for your 2025 travel. Get on a payment plan, work with Craft Tours to get these bucket list travel destinations happening for yourself in 2025. All right. Yes, I will be going to Bali in a couple short weeks. Can you believe it? It's finally here. I have assembled all the kits for all of our attendees. I'm looking forward to all the batiking that we are going to do. It's going to be a great time, and I can't wait to tell you all about that one. All right. Well, thanks again for joining me on So What today, and be sure to tune in next Tuesday We have a very, very special So What event next Tuesday. We will be celebrating Sulky's anniversary, and we will be joined by Sulky President Jason Prater. He will be here to guide us through a raucous game of Sulky Bingo, and that's happening next Tuesday. So make sure that you are dialed in to our emails so that you can claim your bingo cards and save the date for next Tuesday for a raucous So What party. All right, I'll see you all then. Have a great rest of your day.